Ironically, a brand new Black Mirror Season 6 episode on Netflix criticizes the streaming service itself. 5 brand new mind-blowing episodes of the acclaimed series, which is renowned for its dystopian societal criticism and cautionary tales of evil technologies, have been released. A stellar cast, including Salma Hayek, Aaron Paul, and Zazie Beetz, is included in the newest season. Black Mirror hasn't released any new episodes since its 5th season, which debuted in 2019. As a result, its return to streaming giant Netflix in 2023 is eagerly awaited and may perhaps have a significant cultural impact. Unexpectedly, Black Mirror Season 6 has a number of incidents and concepts that, taken together, work against Netflix's reputation. The streaming service appears to have permitted the footage to show, despite the fact that it might have harmed its reputation or brought attention to instances in the past where Netflix had received negative press. Black Mirror has long been astute about the possible risks and immoralities of technologies frequently utilized in entertainment, such as cameras, television shows, and well-known social media apps. Black Mirror Season 6 especially pokes fun at the entertainment industry in a number of novel ways, making no effort to avoid any comparisons that might be shockingly offensive to Netflix. The second episode of Black Mirror Season 6 is a pointed critique of the widespread exploitation that real-life subjects of true crime stories experience. In Loch Henry, the horrible reality surrounding the traumatic experiences of those who are involved in horrendous crimes is brilliantly portrayed. This content is binge-worthy and sold by streaming platforms as entertainment. The conclusion of Loch Henry makes the sad observation that those who are directly impacted by the incidents of well-liked true crime docuseries or fictional depictions of real-life serial killers are typically disregarded, hurt, and ridiculed by those engaged in the production. Netflix has already come under fire for this conduct, most recently in 2022 for their television series Monster, which predominantly centers on the cannibalistic serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer. Netflix and its creator Ryan Murphy have come under fire from critics for failing to give the victims and families connected to the true crime story the due respect they so richly deserve. The troubling yet pervasive trend in Western culture that allows for the glorifying of killers and their heinous crimes is highlighted by Loch Henry. It's interesting to note that while Netflix and other streaming juggernauts undoubtedly contribute to the survival of this kind of entertainment, one of their most well-known shows, Black Mirror, is permitted to openly criticize it on their platform. Joan is Awful, the first episode of Black Mirror Season 6, also addresses the exploitative aspect of streaming services in depicting people's real lives for entertainment. In her Netflix spoof, Streamberry, Joan is Awful even makes fun of several of the imaginary streaming services staff. The episode parodies the ability for actual streaming behemoths to gather user information based on unread terms and conditions agreements, and use that information to develop CGI material by covertly keeping track of their users without their knowledge. The entire episode is filled with light criticism on how Netflix or Streamberry may conceivably turn into a Big Brother-style dystopia, broken up by campy humor. Despite what could seem to be an abnormality in Netflix's endorsement of Black Mirror's self-reflexive criticisms, the enormous streaming provider is obviously playing along. Their endorsement might even strengthen the suggestion of parody in the content's remark. Netflix wouldn't publicly allow one of their shows to disclose their top-secret techniques for creating content unless it was blatantly false. Additionally, Netflix has already approved many instances of self-criticism in a few of its programs, like American Vandal and Blockbuster, which did not appear to have any impact on its reputation or audience size. Although Netflix may be the target of Black Mirror's accusations more specifically, streaming and entertainment as a whole are also criticized. A more concerted effort to establish the shared universe of Black Mirror is perhaps why Netflix appears to be laughing at itself in the first 2 episodes of Black Mirror Season 6. Due to moral restrictions on terms and conditions contracts, the user agreement reasoning for permitting Streamberry to engage in defamation without repercussion or prior authorization is patently absurd. Charlie Brooker, the creator of Black Mirror, attempted to write a Season 6 episode using ChatGPT but was unsuccessful, increasing the likelihood that Netflix finds the idea of employing a supercomputer to generate content funny. Black Mirror's decision to present this idea as absurdist fantasy may have been a smart marketing choice for Netflix.